We're live, Pad. We're live on the Pinkham Facebook page. Hello, good afternoon from Colney. Myself, Paddy Davitt here. Just been in for the press conference. If you want to get any comments in, you can do that on your fiddly thing and we'll try and answer them. But we'll also just try and give you the details of what happened here at Colney as it's 2 o'clock and we'll be here for about 5 minutes. Pad, I suppose... Well, the key thing we had Jonny Howson coming in and talking about his goal, which was very enjoyable.
No, it was good all round, yeah. But it didn't surprise me that he took it in his stride because that's the sort of guy he is, as we all know. Yeah, so I think he's still in his bubble, really. He's not, as he said himself, he's not on social media. He didn't go out after the game. He had a few friends down. Sounds like his granddad was down as well. So I don't think he's probably fully aware of the impact it's had, both round here and obviously nationally as well. You know, I mean, we've obviously ran a poll from Sunday onwards. I think we're up around the 2,500 votes mark now, and those people would seem to think that's the best goal ever scored by a Norwich player, certainly the last 30 years or so. So massive accolades, and I think it was a bit of a surprise to him when we made him aware of all that. But yeah, what I would say is, though, as special as that was, we've seen him do it before, and he referenced the Man City goal when he was asked to say, is that the best goal he's ever scored in a Norwich shirt? He wasn't too sure, actually. He tried to make out that volleys are something that he's mastered, and to be fair, I think back to the Stoke one, and that was pretty special as well. I think it was on the half volley. So yeah, nice little aside, but I think he would want to move on, and I certainly want to move on because it's all about Tuesday for me. So let's not talk any more about it.
No, that's fine. We've had the debates in the office as well, and that's level of focus from both him and Alec was quite clear. They didn't want to get involved in what happened at St James's Park in September. Not even what happened really in the bad run back. It's now clearly a sign that the side's in confidence and they want to just focus on what's coming up on Tuesday. They don't even see it as a chance to really make a point or a statement.
Well, no, but then they would want to play that aspect of it down. They will know, and he did kind of touch on it, I thought, the manager, that if they are to beat Newcastle here Tuesday night, that does send a signal to the Sheffield Wednesdays and the Leeds and the Huddersfields and the Readings, which are the teams now who are in the horizon line for me. I think Brighton and Newcastle are over the hill. They won't be able to pull them back, even if they were to beat Newcastle tomorrow. You're basically relying on them one of them having a major collapse. So Alex Neil made the point again, and he made the point to us after the game Saturday that he had made his players fully aware that Sheffield Wednesday had just won 3-0 against, I think, to beat Birmingham on the Friday night, and it was very much a message of they've won, they're 5 points ahead. Anything less than a win here against Forest isn't going to be good enough. So already you can see the mindset is narrowing, and now they are locked in to those 4 or 5 clubs above them. So yeah, a win tomorrow, then it does really send a strong signal, because I think Newcastle have only, off the top of my head, I think they've only lost twice in the league. No, sorry, tell a lie, 2 draws, 7 defeats, but it's been a while since they did get beat. So yeah, if Norwich are to roll them over tomorrow, they'll play it down, they'll say it's another 3 points. That's what we've had here today, but we all know it's a bit more than that.
And they don't concede goals away from home, did they? I think Pete Layton came up with the stat, only 8 goals they've conceded away from home all season, which is something else. And they're not this expansive, free-flowing side away from home. So again, they are going to try and counter Norwich, and Norwich are going to have to be on the front foot and get the balance right themselves, I guess, which obviously touched on the fact, asking whether they could play Wes Hulan and Alex Pritchard together, but that's one of several issues.
Yeah, and complicated by a fairly worrying injury bulletin for me. It sounds like that congested nature of games. I mean, they've been just recently, haven't they? Cardiff away, Wigan away, 2 really heavy pitches, 2 physical opponents, then Forest, and now straight in again, Newcastle, 2 or 3 days later. That looks to have taken its toll, and the manager wouldn't really put any names to a line that 2 or 3 are going to be touch and go. So I think we can all see from Saturday that Pinto would probably be in that category. I'm hearing a little bit about Mitchell Dykes maybe as well. Maybe the workload he's had has maybe caught up with him a little bit, and if you were to not have either of those two, that certainly doesn't strengthen Norwich's hand. And maybe there's 1 or 2 others as well. Naismith, I don't think he's going to be close enough to be considered. So Alex Tetty's back, which is a plus, but I think we'll be more so than usual waiting with great interest for about 6:45 Tuesday night to see the team news, because that's obviously going to have a big bearing on how Norwich go about the task. Definitely, yeah.
Well, I don't think there was anything else that really came up, was there, of note, really? You might have a better memory than me.
No, I think once we'd worshipped at the altar of Jonny, I think No, I think it's all about Newcastle now. We'll keep hearing about turning corners and key points in the season, but I personally think it's gone beyond that now. We can only really know for definite when we get to the end of the season. Where we are certainly now is they're back in the race, which wasn't the case before Christmas, and everything's confident, everything's bubbly. You can see just around the place here that the mood has been transformed, which is quite understandable. Positive results, positive performances, but this is the big test now tomorrow night. As you rightly say, that Newcastle have gone to Wolves, ground out a 1-0. That's a promotion winning team, a title winning team. That's what they do. So by no means are they going to be rolled over in the same manner as Forest on Saturday. Norwich will have to be bang at it. They'll have to get it right tactically. They'll have to get it right in terms of the selections and the formations. And if they do that, then I think they will answer a few more questions about whether they can actually last the pace now. And I don't know if it was you threw the stat at him, but they haven't took a point off any of the top 6. Needs to change tomorrow night.
It does indeed, and that will help send the signal, of course. I think Newcastle play Villa soon too as well, so we're going to have a little mini league between the promoted sides. I mean, Norwich at least aren't the worst off of all three at the moment, but we clearly won't mention Aston Villa too much. All right then, well, don't forget, as usual, pinkun.com for all the preview analysis. We're going to do a podcast later, Pat.
Are we?
Yeah, there you go. And all the other stuff, as usual, we'll see you over there. But for now, thanks for listening, and we'll see you on here after the game.